It was definitely the worst moment of my police officer career by far. Anybody who has a pet, they realize how close you get to your animal. But to imagine if you go to work with him, you train with him, he sleeps beside you. I mean, we're beside each other 24/7, whether I like it or not. He's right there beside me at all times. It's a unique bond that to see that happening to him was horrific. We were taking him into custody, and when we were taking him into custody, Gino was biting him, and he's biting on his head. I was straddling him. I was using my body weight to force him down onto the ground, and I realized that the suspect had stopped fighting, so I got off of him. I told Gino to out, which means to stop, and I had him, once Gino released him, the suspect jumped up to his knees, pulled a knife from where I didn't see it, and spun around and stabbed him real quick behind the ear. I said, realistically, I kind of went into mommy mode, to where I was so concerned about him. I just wanted him to get away from the bad guy. And I was more concerned about him to the point where I didn't even hear the shots ring out. I was just concerned about him. Gino was running around. It was real frantic at that time, as you can imagine.
Could you tell he was in pain? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he let out a blood-curdling scream, and I saw it from as close as we are right now. And it was very obvious that something was wrong. And then finally, when he listened to me and came over to my side, I looked down and I saw the blood pouring out of his neck, and I realized this is serious. Life's all about choices. You know, he made a bad choice that day. And if you read the report, you'll realize that he had more than enough opportunities to stop. And don't blame Gino for doing his job. So he did his job. He did what he's supposed to do. He did what he was trained to do. And I think he did his job well. Believe it or not, he did get a Purple Heart. He got a Purple Heart for what he did, and the chief pinned it, I think, in March is when he got it. And I've rewarded him several times since then. I'll cook a steak for me and one for him.